as a revolutionary Christian, I acknowledge that the Christian fundamentalists have been around spewing their venom for many hundreds of years, okay? Now, I believe that we do need this revolution, okay? I embrace it. But what I need to hear is, how can you have other people of any type of religious aspect, be it Muslim, Christianity, or whatever the case may be, have it so that they would want to embrace it also and not feel alienated because they are quote-unquote Christians?
Look, communists are atheists. We believe that, there is no God, that there is only, the material reality, and that we have to use scientific means to understand and transform that material reality, which is what human beings do when they find a cure for a disease, or they develop some new technological thing, or they discover something like about the way that the gravity works in the universe, and so on and so forth. So that's the communist position. Now, the question is, what about people who are religious, who want to be part of the revolution because they do believe that the whole system has got to go, or that we need to fight against the whole system, and that it's got injustice and oppression woven right into it? Well, all such people should join with the communists and others to be part of the revolution. And at the time of the revolution, many people will still have various kinds of religious beliefs who are actively involved in the revolution, excuse me. So there should be, a broad opening to people who have, many different views to be part of the struggle now against the Trump-Pence regime, but also part of the more fundamental revolution. But there also needs to be struggle. Look, preachers come out and they're not bashful. The preachers, they'll tell you all about God and how they believe in God, and they expect you to listen to them. And okay, I'll listen to them, but I'll also argue with them. And, the same should be done with everybody, including the communists. We're going to put forward what we think, and we're going to argue for it, and you can argue back with us. And we should try to go for the truth of things. Look at what the evidence shows. And many people are going to feel that they need religion for various reasons, all the way through the struggle and into the new society. And, you cannot force people not to believe things. That's why in the Constitution for the new Socialist Republic in North America, it upholds the right of people to religious belief and to religious practice, as long as it doesn't engage in exploitation of other people. But at the same time, we should be struggling about these things. How do we understand the world? What is the actual truth of reality? Can we understand reality? Yes, we can. Can we understand everything about it at any given time? No. Can we constantly learn more? Yes. Should we, do we need religion in order to be good people? That's an argument we should have. What role does religion play in the world? I had engaged in a dialogue with Cornel West a few years ago, 2014, which is a very lively and good dialogue about those questions. And we had we had then and have now very sharp disagreements about the question of religion. And different people have different ideas of the God they believe in, or what God is, and what believing in God is. Cornell says God is love. Well, I would want to, I don't know what that means, to be honest. I believe in love for things that deserve to be loved, and I believe in hate for things that need to be hated, okay? But these are questions we can discuss, we can debate them, we can unite over many things, and we can struggle while we're uniting. In order, if you want to be a communist, that means being an atheist. If you want to be part of the revolution is broader than just the communists. So you should be part of that, and we should continue to discuss and struggle our different viewpoints and what we're learning as we go forward together. And I think this is a very important thing. We should neither avoid talking about differences we have and avoid struggling with each other, nor should we drive people away needlessly because we have differences. And I think both things are important. And there, you know, look, the world as it is intolerable. As I said, you know, in the title of my talk, you know, a better world is possible. We need to join together to struggle for that, and we need to struggle with each other about what is really necessary to get to that world.
I see there's a question in the audience.
Okay. I just wanted to make a comment. I'm a religious person, and I've read the Bible, not all of it, but we do say that the Old Testament God was a bad God because he, you know, in the New Testament, he's a God of love. But I'll tell you what, I've always admired communists, and I'll tell you why. Because without perhaps your being aware of it, you're actually what we are taught, what religion teaches us. You put up, you stand up for injustice. You love humanity. And so you're actually following what those of us who are religious are told to do. Seriously. I admire your thrive and your spirit of doing for those that are being exploited. I mean, not everybody commits that like a communist does. And one question I was going to ask you was, where do I get your book on communism, the new one?
Yeah,
I'm just going to thank you for your comments, and I'm not going to respond other than to ask Andy to answer your question.
All right. Today you can get it on the book table. Tonight you can get it. You can order it online, or
How?
you can go to Revolution Books in New York City or in the Bay Area, and online you can order it. You can go to revcom.us, and there is a link there. You look for that up top. It says Bob Avakian. You follow that, and you'll get to a place where you can order it from the publisher Insight Press.